Okay, this is the last video in the series, and in it I will show you how to take the lace off of the looms and turn it over so that you can finally see the right side if you've been working on the wrong side all along, which is typically how it's done. So we've talked about basically three different kinds of looms. Looms that have teeth on the edge, looms that have pins either on the side or on the top, and looms that have holes. And so these two are very similar basically, and as you would guess, with the pins you simply pull the pin out, release the loop, and slip the pin back in. I'm just going to take this off to make it easier to see what I'm doing. Pull the pin out. It's easier said than done. You have to watch what you're doing here. If you've been working on a cushion, a pin cushion, you'll find that this is much easier on a pin cushion. Okay, I'm just going to stop the video and I'll finish pulling the pins out and then show you what the lace looks on the other side. Okay, I finished pulling out all the pins. I found that as I put the pins back into the pinwheel, I accidentally caught the lace, excuse me, in a couple of places, but I just released the pins again and put it back. So I'm going to turn the lace over. You'll see the very first thread coming out of the center. And now we're looking at the right side. And at this point, you can just cut off that piece of thread. Because it's well and truly embedded in this hard center. And that is, now these are a little curled under at the moment because they were being pulled around the edge of the pinwheel where the pin goes into the rim, but they'll relax, and you could use a bit of steam or your iron and just gently encourage those to lay flat so they're not curled like that. And they will also open up slightly. This is actually which edge is this? This is a looped edge where I did a knot for every end, but at the moment it's looking a bit more like a picot edge because they're quite pointy. Now if you've been using a loom that has teeth of some kind, all you have to do with this one is find yourself a needle, and go in and pick up one end off of one tooth and ease the, actually, you know what, I think it's probably easier to work on this side. And just ease the two ends off of the end of the tooth. Now in this case I'm not going to pull it right off because I'm still working on this piece of lace, but it's that simple. You just lift it off. And if you've been working on a loom with holes, then you, in this case, you're going to cut away this wrapping that you put on the loom way back at the beginning. Turn around to the non-working side of your loom, which is actually the right side of the lace, and you can undo this bit of tape, and you can actually snip this end off, and then put your nice, lovely, sharp scissors carefully under the threads without wrecking your scissors. Maybe use your second best scissors and cut your way around. As it gets looser, it gets easier. Okay, that's that. And you can take your lace off the loom. And then you just have to pull these little extra bits of thread out. Oops. I must have sewed right through the thread there because I pulled a little bit of the hairiness there. And that is that. So now I believe you know how to do all the steps of making Tenerife lace using a loom. I'd like you to look at that and consider how you'd like to explore the possibilities. I will give you 2 patterns to start with where I've made some of the decisions about what to knot and what to weave, and but I'll leave up to you a choice of which threads to try and see what you like the look of, and we'll go from there. Okay, thank you very much.